Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So last night, well, it is about 5 o'clock now. So about, I don't know, 5 hours ago, we received a pretty large storm that kind of popped up out of nowhere. We weren't necessarily supposed to get showers last night, or thunderstorms, I should say. It was more of a light shower. So we ended up receiving very, very heavy rain. It woke me up, and it went on from just about 11:30 until 2:30ish, somewhere around there. The roads are finally starting to dry off, but just looking at the weather reports here of what we were supposed to get and the rain and the water on the side of the road here, it looks like we received another inch, I would say, maybe 2 inches of rain. So I'm curious to see here when I get to the golf course. So if you've been following along with the videos, we've received a massive amount of rain here the last basically month, but more so in the last couple of weeks. So we just had a huge rain on Saturday, Friday and Saturday that absolutely flooded the golf course. And now I'm curious to see what this rain does. And even more so, there's water in the fields. Even more so, how flooded my golf course is going to be now. It just seems like, even though I'm not complaining about the rain, we just can't get a break. And for me, it's great because that happened last night. So it doesn't affect play today. It is only going to affect how much water I have to drain out of ponds and fairways now. So surprisingly, no damage was done, even though some of the weather reports said we could be in a derecho, which means a lot of straight line heavy winds. So I'm hoping that isn't the case down at the golf course here. We'll see. We will see. But I don't think that's the case, just judging on what I'm seeing now. Although it is a little bit of a drive to get down to the course. So with all of this rain, I thank God I put down the chemicals I needed to put down last week. And I didn't wait till Sunday because that would have been just way too wet. So it's kind of a split game time decision on, when I should put the chemicals down, and I'm glad I did last week. So we're gonna get to the course here and see how much rain we got and see if there's any damage. While we did get some rain here, it doesn't appear that it was as much as what was predicted or what was thought. Now, up on 2, there's still standing water, so we probably still got about 3/4 of an inch of rain, I would assume. And it looked like the storm track last night was pretty heavy over here, maybe more so thunder than lightning, but I would still say we got 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rain. And it definitely made the golf course wet. So yesterday I mowed greens and I did a cleanup round. Today I am going to mow greens, but I'm not going to do a cleanup round because the greens are probably pretty soft again. So we're gonna hop on that and do that right now. Yeah, so just driving around. It's not as wet as other times here, but it's still enough to bring up water. You can see how wet it is. And I need to mow fairways, but now I'm going to have to let them dry out. You can just see still bringing up water in the fairways. It's just there's nothing I can do. It's so soft, even this greens mower is leaving tracks. And really there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm just gonna mow greens, and even right now I'm bringing up water. So I'm just going to mow greens now and essentially call it good. I'm not going to do a cleanup round. Again, they are growing nicely. I did put down some growth regulator, but there's really not much I can do in terms of water on the course. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Here we go, some of the wettest part of the golf course here. See, when I step, I bring up water. It really, I mean, it feels like I'm on God, look at this. It feels true. There's a frog in there. There's a frog in the middle of my fairway. So this feels like I'm walking on a water bed, and you could see where people drive through with their golf carts, and that's pretty frustrating. But you could see how long the fairways are, but there's nothing I could do about it. And this goes really for a lot of the fairways, especially the fairways in these lower spots, so 2 and 3. I mean, here's a prime example. It feels like I'm walking on a waterbed, but what are you supposed to do? There's nothing that you could do. It's unreal how much water we've got. And again, even over here, it just feels like you're walking on a waterbed. I've never had that before. In front of the green, we've got water, parts of the rough that can't be mowed. It's really turning into a superintendent's nightmare almost. I can't mow the stuff I need to mow. I mean, there's standing water everywhere. Even on some of the other holes, there's standing water everywhere. So again, we've got areas here where there's standing water, areas up on 3 where there's standing water, roughs where there's standing water. Now, thank God we didn't get any more rain last night, because we are supposed to get quite a bit of rain on Friday as well. But this little pond here, everything from the course drains into this pond. So now it appears that, yes, the pond is now draining not only out of 1, but of 2 different spots. So I'm gonna have to pump that out again, and hope that it dries this area out. But this has been wet now for basically the whole year, and including last year. I mowed through this last time. Now, of course, I can't mow through it now, but I'm hoping tomorrow when I'm able to mow that this may be dried up. I mean, I guess I'd rather have it wet than dry, but this is, just a little too wet. So, this rain is really, and thankful for me, I'm not 18 holes. My golf course isn't like top level notch nice, so that's a plus. So patrons aren't expecting, a $60, $70, $80 experience when they come here, which is good for me. But this is really making this a superintendent's nightmare in terms of mowing and what you can mow. At least this was in the nighttime last night and not during the day finally. But this is really getting to be tough in terms of mowing and rolling. You can't really do much here. So really, you can't take any equipment out on the course, any heavy equipment, even my turf tractor that I have that I mow roughs with. You can't barely take that out there because it's just so wet. I mean, look at this. It's unreal. So we're gonna get back to it here and get on with the day, but I figured I would just update you guys on what's going on here at the golf course and how we're dealing with it. So that's gonna do it for me, guys. We'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. More standing water in the rough. There's no safe place to drive here. Unreal. I've never seen this much water in the rough like that. This is just absurd. And this is even more absurd. This poor grass is getting smothered. Now this will dry out by tomorrow, but this poor grass is getting smothered by this water. And there's nothing that you can do. Unbelievable.